All right, question. What's the difference between discipline and straight up abuse? Because depending on how you grew up, this answer hits very different. Peace, family, and I hope that you're feeling well and blessed today. You're tuned into the sound of the Only One Mic podcast, Mic Drop Show, where we break down today's biggest moves in culture and community through conversation that matters. I'm your host, Carl Gerard, and I appreciate you locking in with me. Whether you've been following every episode or this is your first time tuning in, this space is about truth, clarity, and conversation that truly matters. And I'm not here to tell you what to think, family. I'm just here to lay it out for you. All right, so now I'm going to pose this question again, y'all. What's the difference between discipline and straight up abuse? I asked this question because this one is burning up the internet after Nicole Staples, an Alabama Teacher of the Year, was arrested after a video surfaced of her beating her 12-year-old son with a belt more than 20 times, folks. She also dragged him by the hair, was yelling profanities at him, and shoved him into a wall. Now, to give you more context on this one, I wanted to play a clip courtesy of WEAR Channel 3 News detailing the alleged abuse by Miss Staples. Check this out.
The video was clandestinely captured by another family member who has given us permission to show it to you. It appears to be a parent attempting to physically discipline her child. The sheriff's office now confirms the woman is the mother of the 12-year-old son that is about to be struck with a strap or a belt 22 times, the beating lasting about 15 seconds, and it is difficult to watch. The woman then pulls the child up from the sofa by his hair, then unleashes a torrent of profanity.
Everybody else is saying you're God welcome. It should run off down there.
This video has also been viewed by investigators with the Mobile County Sheriff's Office, who identify her as 44-year-old Randy Nicole Staples of Grand Bay. But some viewers may recognize her as Mrs. Nicole Staples, a second-grade teacher at Cottage Hill Christian Academy. This is her booking picture from Mobile Metro Jail earlier this evening after being charged with felony willful abuse.
People are entitled to discipline their children how they choose, but that went well beyond discipline. It was abuse.
Mobile County Sheriff Paul Birch calls the behavior in the video repulsive.
It was sickening to see somebody that just could, repeatedly, strike their child and then snatch them by the hair and yell and cuss at them, and then I think the last strike was across his arms. Just there was never any question or doubt that she was ultimately going to be arrested.
Sheriff Birch says making the video even more confounding is Staples' reputation at Cottage Hill Christian Academy, which in May posted on Facebook that she had been chosen Teacher of the Year.
And it's, almost like a dual personality. And because by all accounts, I'm told that she is a good teacher and is well respected, but yet, what happens in the home is clearly the opposite of that.
The sheriff says this is very much an ongoing investigation and that DHR is involved and is dealing with the children. He says he expects more to be uncovered as the investigation continues.
We did discuss this in depth with the district attorney, Keith Blackwood, and decided on the appropriate charges, and she will face justice.
All right. So in that conversation, guys, I want you to also, take note that he said that the sheriff was talking about how, she's Teacher of the Year, and we know that to be true, and that, I guess it's like a stark difference between the classroom and being at home, which, hey, guys, teachers are people too. So it's not like she's running around beating the kids in the classroom or nothing like that. So this is something that happened in her home with her son. And if you like me, you're probably wondering, like, what exchange did she have with her son that led up to this? I mean, because mama blacked out for a minute and we don't know what was said, what was done that got her to this point. And again, I don't know all the situation about it, but, I want to be of the mind to think that she's not coming home and just beating this kid like 22 times with a belt and shoving up against walls and cursing just for no reason. It had to be something that led up to this. So let's hear from Nicole Staples' son, Jackson Staples, on what he believes led to his brother being beaten. Check this out.
Something about he was done and cleaning the kitchen like he's supposed to be, left, went to the neighbor's house, come back, and then it transpired into that.
All right, so let's be real, y'all. Plenty of households, especially in our communities, folks, physical discipline is normal. It's normal in some cases, and a lot of people will tell you, man, this kept me out the penitentiary. Belt, switches, shoes, some of us grew up on that. But what do we see in this video? Was it just a whooping? Was it a mother's rage? Like I said before, did mom just black out for a minute? So where does discipline end and abuse begin? Is it the number of hits? Is it the anger behind it, the bruises it leaves, the fear, the intention, or the aftermath of the whole thing? Because some people say, just like I just said, I got whooped as a kid, turned out fine. Others say, nah, man, that stuff stays with you forever. And honestly, both can be true. So, I mean, if you want to think about it, about your own household growing up, did you feel corrected or did you feel scared? Listen, I'm telling you, guys, a lot of times you grow up in your crib, man, you need that fear and that respect of your parent. Because as we see, and with today's youth that's running around crazy out here, whether you're coming from a good home or not, you know what I mean? Somewhere down the line, that discipline was lost in that. You know what I mean? So what was it teaching you during that time of discipline? That was just my opinion, y'all. But what was it teaching you about it, about this? Or was it just about somebody losing control in that situation? And furthermore, if you're a parent right now, how do you handle discipline in your home? I mean, if you were a person that got beat or whatever, you know what I mean? Do you repeat what you grew up with, or do you just say that's a cycle I'm gonna break, so I'm gonna discipline my kid differently? Now, again, this isn't about judging anybody. We don't know what happened to, Miss Staples and her son. What was the exchange behind that? I know her oldest son said that, she used to beat him like that. And if we all told these stories of when we got beat as children, or discipline, as you want to say, we can all look at it and say like, mom and dad was bugging. But hey, look, that particular discipline probably helped us out. We don't know. We got jazzy in a situation and we deserve that. We don't know. So, there's a difference between raising a child and hurting one. You know what I mean? And this particular video, it forces us to look in the mirror and ask hard questions. So I want you to do me this favor. Hit me up. Direct message, comments, emails. I want to hear from you. Discipline versus abuse, y'all. Where is the line on this? All right. The Only One Mic podcast is available on all major platforms you stream your podcasts on. So wherever you listen, we're there. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel to catch up on the past and current episodes. And don't forget to rate the show and hit that subscribe button. And I believe they have something now called a hype button. If you see that, hit that too, because it helps the channel more than you know, guys. It helps it more than you know. Follow and connect with us on Instagram and X at The Only One Mic P1, Facebook and LinkedIn at The Only One Mic Podcast. Or you can email us at theonlyonemic00@gmail.com. Call or text at 302-367-7219. Your voice, your questions, your take could be featured on the show. Again, guys, we want to know from you, where do you think the line is drawn at with discipline and abuse? What's the difference? Is there a difference? How was it when you were growing up? How are you raising your kids right now? Let us know what you think. Call Gerard, The Only One Mic Podcast, Mic Drop Show. Signing off. Peace.